Trey!
Yeah.
Brother, we got another illustrious guest on our beautiful, beautiful podcast during this lovely giveaway, May.
Well, we said that's what we was gonna do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He is a rapper, producer, and a mentor. You heard that? Mentor. That means for the kids. So y'all be very respectful in here. Okay?
I'm not your average mentor. Well, I am one. I am.
Alright, let's get this show started.
Yeah.
Let's start
So
the
you
show.
gonna roll with us?
Thank y'all for having me. Thank you to all the audience. I
Why
appreciate it.
not? Oh, the police is after you, huh?
Nah. I'm on punishment. My mom says I can't leave the porch.
Oh,
Intro.
man. Come on, let's hold the porch down.
What's up with this now? We holding the porch down. Talking about just how reality's turned out. We ain't finished, ain't even finna be for a minute. Everybody's playing games. What's up and let's have a scrimmage. Gotta unify the cooler guys with you and now you must discuss truth and lies, eulogize the proof in time what makes us us. Ain't no way to be bored now. Come on, we off the porch now.
Hey man, I'm just trying to get back to my roots. That's all. I messed up the intro. Yeah, that's me. Right. Your left, they right.
What's happening? What's happening? Thank you for having me.
Oh, we need a board. I need a board. Yeah, let me slash.
Yeah, I work for Gatons too. Absolutely, which is my company.
Yeah,
I'm trying my best.
yep, yep.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing your platform.
Who that is?
Pardon the interruption. Q,
Oh, what up, Zo?
you're muted. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? We can't hear
Chilling.
you. We can't hear your voice on stream. We can hear everybody else.
Oh, you did it again.
You might read the
Yeah,
chat.
I
I'm like,
did.
I gotta tell him.
Bro, I did. 'Cause it's your fault. It's your fault.
What did I
Trey.
do? How you gonna do that?
Trey, it's your fault.
There we go. All right,
No,
man.
it's not my fault.
I appreciate you, brother. Another person who does very good for the kids. He was out doing doing some groceries. His name is Zoe. He was out doing giving out groceries and stuff. He got some upcoming stuff coming up in his
Here in the
community.
Where he's at?
He's
Indiana.
yeah, Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana.
Okay, Freddie Gibbs country.
Yep.
He
Yeah,
like to call it Michael Country.
yeah, he
I
called it
call
Michael
Yeah,
Country.
I don't want to be disrespectful. You right. You right.
Yeah,
I'm
hey
sorry,
man.
Gary.
Mike
It's
still got his
rolling up.
park down there. That ain't going.
Yeah. No disrespect.
Yeah, he said Mike Jack
Same
Country.
thing, but I did the same thing.
They're like your ears. I heard what you had said about Gary said. I don't like it, B. Take it back. That's starting something.
Nah, he said it's all good, man. But like I said, we got a illustrious guest, mentor, rapper. He owner of his company, the Gates Institute, which is a mentoring company helping kids to be future leaders, is what I say.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
that's definitely we need some future leaders as soon or something or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we know he looked like us, so you know he helped us. So
Okay.
and because truly we are a threat to America's existence, apparently, because because they don't want to lose to us. That's the best way to put it. We have and to be honest, we've always been a threat to them, but that's neither here nor there. First of all, first thing we always get into, how's your mental health, Trey? How's your mental health this week?
My mental health is good and on an incline. I get a day off tomorrow. That's great.
Woo!
Yeah, I got over a little congestion and nausea this week, so that's always good. Allergies been tearing me up, but yeah, I'm ready to get the summer started. Kids about out of school, about to get it cracking, so I'm doing good.
Mr. Gates.
Man, actually, it's been a trying couple of months. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, but I'm proud of myself for, learning what my boundaries are. And
Okay.
being okay with not being a superhero. Knowing that, okay, this is too much for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So instead of just like tucking it away and trying to, be this hero when you don't feel like that. But I'm in good spirits, man. I'm in great spirits. I really am. I'm happy to be here.
That's what we like to hear. That's always what we like to hear, man. Me, I broke my lawnmower this morning. I broke my lawnmower this morning. I was out there, and when I broke it, the motherfucking people, they gonna come by and put the little notice on the door. So now I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pay somebody to cut it. They put the little notice on the door and shit. I was like, man.
They put that in a timely manner up there, man. They take forever to get somebody to take care of their stuff out here.
Bro, I got the little lawnmower. It was doing good, and then all of a sudden, I lost one bolt. One bolt in the push thing, and it was all she wrote. I was like, man, we just gotta push through. We just gotta push through. Man, I pushed that motherfucking wood just a little bit too hard. The whole arm just broke off. I was like, man.
That's a sign. You need to just go and sit down.
Yeah. I just go ahead and let it go.
That's what he was saying.
Paid a couple dollars.
You can't be Superman.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just. I was like, and John was like, you know what? We'll just pay somebody to do it. I was like, man, I just go on ahead and get a new lawnmower, a better one, a sturdier one. He was like, man, we'll just pay somebody to do it. So.
Man, you gotta know. You know what I mean? You got.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm not really the laborer type of guy, so I'm always gonna pay somebody.
Right.
Hey. I'll give you extra 20 to get the bushes for me.
Right. Cause Cause I called myself. I was like, yeah, I'm finna be a yard man. I'm a I'm finna be out there on the
I'm
grill.
not.
Got the grill. My brother broke the darn grill done broke. I ain't fixed it yet.
Ain't that what you said last
Man,
week?
Yeah.
That's what you
Yeah.
said last week. You broke the grill.
Uh-huh.
So 2 weeks straight, you've been breaking shit.
Yeah.
man.
I
Listen,
got
I'm
out
a
there.
master griller.
Yeah.
I'm,
Hey, I can
yeah,
grill,
I'm a
but
master griller. I'm like, hey, let me get the 2 meat. With yeah,
right at the barbecue place.
exactly right. It can be right every time. Let me get the 2 meat with the 2 sides.
Yeah, the grill,
and the
nephew.
wheat bread.
There's my nephew.
Yeah.
He done came through. Number one try picking the motherfucking beard. Cause it's the little motherboard thing. That's the only thing that's messed up with it. I just gotta replace it. No, the grill. We gotta replace the motherboard. For some reason, it just shorted out.
So
Yeah.
you just gotta go get that little piece and reinstall.
Right. I gotta reinstall it. Or
I'm a big man like that. I've been on Amazon.
hey, do go reinstall it. That's the man with the hands, bro. That's the handyman right there. So he go take care of that, and we gonna be all good. We gonna be out there grilling all summer long.
Oh, I can't wait till we in full swing, man. I don't
Yeah,
want no rain or nothing. Give me that sunshine. I'm gonna be outside in the back with a fresh cut lawn and some ribs. I'm here for it.
Hey, that sounds like a good day to me.
yeah.
Come on.
That's definitely good for your mental health.
Yes, it
Everybody
is.
call when they need something on the grill.
Hey,
Yeah.
I come alive in the summertime for real. I don't like being inside. In the wintertime, I don't like being cold either. So in the wintertime, I'm stuck.
I'm a good friend. So on my way to the lazy river, since I know you already barbecuing, I'm gonna bring some meat by. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Now when I'm done at the pool, I'm gonna swing back through.
Come on back,
I'm gonna
Bobby,
tell you
I got
again.
you.
What
Right.
else you need? You
Yeah.
got the barbecue's house?
Cause we got
You need some
a
bread? Yeah.
we got a little
Depending on how many orders I got, I won't charge you no labor because it's a good time anyway.
right.
I might be a little lit while
hey,
I'm cooking
I don't
too,
even
you know.
the rest of this for whoever want it. Just as long as I get a plate.
Hey,
Bet.
long as somebody cook it.
I,
Hey, it get cooked right. I'm gonna eat it. Okay.
I ain't greedy. Now we do got some family members who want to take the meat that they bought. Like what? No.
Yup.
Big Mama ain't raised you like that.
Right.
Nope.
We got a nice little place
Yeah.
called the Uppercut down the street. Well, not down the street, about 15 minutes
So you
away.
and Gary too then?
I'm in Independence, Missouri, right outside of Kansas
Oh,
City.
okay.
I'm right out here.
Okay. I
But
know where it
yeah, we got a little place called the Uppercut down here. Get a whole cow, half a cow.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a half a pig. It was too much for my little freezer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of meat.
That's Homer Harry Truman, and that's about it. Yeah. That's what we got. But
Man.
Mr. Gates.
Yeah.
What's happening?
As we saying, can you tell us a little bit about the Gates Institute and what you do up there and what you got going on?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So as I said, man, I'm not a traditional mentor. I didn't become a mentor because I was like this upstanding person that kids should model. I became a mentor because I wanted to be the mentor that I needed. And it was through my experiences and bumping my head that allowed me to give mentorship in a real way. I worked for a lot of different agencies and it taught me a lot of things on a technical aspect, but the actual skill set that you need to get through to the children doesn't happen there. Most of the time, the people who are the workers don't have the life experience that the children do, and they don't respect them. So even if they giving them good game, it's in a corny ass way. And they don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? They don't respect nobody who don't really know about where they from. But when they get to talk about being from the hood and all that come along with that, it ain't much they're gonna be able to tell me that I'm gonna be like, oh, I didn't know about that. You know what I mean? So that means I also got game to give them while they need to get off the BS that they on. So you can't. I feel like I couldn't wait around for somebody else to come save our babies. So I had to take it on myself. But which led to me start my own company. Let me do it my way. Let me do the things how I naturally do things to help them transition to adulthood smoother. 80% of black men are legally homeless. Think about what I just said. 80% of black men are legally homeless, meaning that they ain't on the list or they don't own home themselves. That don't mean we ain't contributing to some place. That don't mean we ain't paying bills. We just on paper, that's still a high number. You know what I mean?
That's a crazy number, though.
Very high number.
Yeah, and because there's so many children, and this number is going up, right? But there's so many children that don't have fathers. A lot of times, the little girls get a lot of the upbringing and the teaching on how to become an adult and what that looked like for her. But as men, we be very much unprepared. Yeah. Because especially being a black man, you learn really fast how much no one cares about you.
Yeah.
Really fast.
That's the one.
So if I could,
yeah.
Yeah, it's something that makes them become disillusioned when you hit 22, 23, and you realize that you don't got the same level of help.
And I think it's from a young age, when you condition a kid to feel like they not worth nothing.
A lot of these young men, they be tolerated after they hit 11, 12. They really only be tolerated
until we can kick you out and you end up in the prison system.
Yeah, unless he's able to put in work himself and then be responsible, then they want him to come back and help them, though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Help your sister do this. Help your auntie do this. Help your grandma do this. That's okay, but giving him the leisure he needed, it's just, I said in one of my songs, I said, I was a baby having babies kind of crazy, huh? I made her call me daddy, then she made me one. Shit changed for the father when the baby come, because minimum wage just ain't enough. And the baby ain't enough to make you fall in love. Our daughters melt our hearts, we change for our sons. My heart say maybe I should settle down somewhere real quiet with a picket fence, but that's all a fantasy because I don't know this chick. Like, it ain't the same for us, you know what I mean? When you have a first time, especially as a young man, all this attention goes to her. All this attention goes to the baby. All this help goes to her. What you hear is, welcome to this responsibility that you have. Regardless of your training, regardless if you prepare for it, regardless if you can afford it, now it's all on you. Not only to take care of that baby, but her. So I had 2 kids as a sophomore in high school. I've been sexy a long time. I just didn't know how to use it. And it got me in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being that sexy went to child support in high school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to help them navigate it so that they don't fall into the same traps, because it's hard enough being a black male on your own, let alone you causing your own stuff problems.
Right.
And so that was part of the reason why I started the Gates Institute. And regardless of race or any of that, any child that don't have good mentorship is at risk. Like, that's an at-risk youth.
Yeah.
Because you can have 2 financially astute parents and be in a house and they don't teach you nothing, and you gonna fail.
Yep. I said it don't, because the education can fleet, whether you rich, poor, black, white, it can fleet you, and you can end up in an area where you just end up in that situation where you don't know something and you end up in jail with a baby, blah blah blah, all that stuff. That's and today's world is even more different because the internet is it made our world open up even more. So now Yeah, you gotta watch every step.
Yeah. And so, man, I just like as parents, we be guilty of it because it happened to us. As parents, we sometimes we send mixed messages to our children. You need to grow up. Well, you need to be a child. Well, when's which time? Well,
Yeah.
the answer is whichever one we say. But that's confusing for them. They need, you know, continuity in the messaging that you're giving to your child. You know, and I watched this video that gave like an interesting take on Peter Pan, and you know, who wants to be the king of the Lost Boys? You know, here's this guy who was afraid to grow up because the adults that he seen was so wild. So he has Wendy, who's, you know, this proper girl per se that wants him to do right and be responsible, but he's more in love with Tinkerbell, this sexual energy, this imagery of, you know, whatever. I was like, damn, when they broke it down like that, I was like, you know, I get it. That's what we be running into, these boys who are afraid to grow up. They don't, they fearful of manhood, you know? They fearful of responsibility. They don't know what that looks like if they can do it. And you can. It just takes somebody to teach you. Somebody had to teach you.
Right. And I think, because I think back to, what was the place off of 9th and Grove that, I think it was 9th and Grove.
Not Hope Street.
Was it Hope Street?
The Urban League?
There's the Urban League, and then there was Hope Street. I went to both. I went to both, and so I think that having whether I knew it back then or now, having both of those places in my life really helped me as a child, because I was bad. We know I was bad. We know I was bad.
You was a fool.
And it kind of, and consequently, it followed me in life until recently. I didn't got my life together.
Not me. I always did.
But
me too.
You know, I think that, and I always keep like the lessons and stuff that I learned from those places in the back of my head and stuff. And I think that these places and like institutes and things like that, they really do help. And I thank you for running and showing these kids.
I don't even like when people say thank you. I accept it humbly, but I feel thankful that God has seen fit for me to be in this position to help these kids. You know what I mean? I feel like it's an honor for me to be able to serve them and put them on game. Like,
Glory be to God.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Don't nothing hit like real experience. That's one of the like
I don't think we really had like an accurate picture of the world around us. You know, information moves so much slower in our childhood. It's not even no comparison to how fast information moves now. So we didn't really understand. We didn't have the data. We didn't have the ability to gain new knowledge outside of what was force fed to us through these images, you know. And with that said, now, you know, my goal is to inspire these kids to think. They got all the information they need to go do, but let me inspire you to think. If I can show you the bigger picture of how things work, then you'll find your own way out of the trap. Like, I didn't understand anything about what the poverty line was. I didn't know nothing about the stock market. I didn't understand how the three branches of the government worked. I didn't understand how these things really affected my everyday life, right? I didn't understand about generational wealth. I didn't understand about culture. People say, oh, well, Black Americans don't got a culture. You a lie. We got culture, very much so.
Y'all steal it all. You'd be like, yeah, steal it all. What?
So That's a great question. So then, what are you stealing? If we have no culture, what
Exactly.
are you stealing?
Right,
like, you know what I
right.
mean? But when you explain it in that way, that there is a culture. Like I know if I come to your grandma's house, I already know what the rules is because it's part of our culture. When I look by the door
Yep.
and I see the shoes by the door, I know what that means. When I
Mhm.
see the front room and it's all clean and it's plastic on the couch, I
Mhm.
know what that means.
I know what that means.
When I
Yeah.
pull up to your grandma's house, I ain't gonna pull up beating. I'm gonna turn my music down.
Turn down
Right.
before you get to that driveway. Yep.
That's part of the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It don't look like other people's, but when I explain that to kids, there's some good things about our culture. There's some bad things about our culture. But when they see the bigger picture, then they can make a more informed decision. Because if something happens one time, that's a chance. If it happens, you know what I'm saying, 2 or 3 times, okay, happenstance. But if something keeps happening, 3 or 4 times, now we're looking at a pattern.
Yep.
And
Now,
because
Go ahead.
I tell them, because my thing is respect black women.
Yeah.
Respect black women.
And I hate this narrative that black men don't love black women. I hate that.
We love
Man,
black women.
The
And
worst
it's-
stereotype to
Right.
live in the internet right now.
Yeah, it's the
God,
weirdest
it's
thing
terrible.
ever.
But
Have you seen
yeah,
that? It's sundress season now. Respectfully,
right, right.
Well,
Well, I tell them this because you see in the media and all this crazy shit, these red pillars and these women and blah blah blah. Which, yeah, there are some women that we always got them, but just because they independent and they want to do their own thing and shit, and they're just the bashing of black women just for doing what black women
in
do.
most media circles, they take the extremes. The extreme sassy woman, the extreme male,
Yeah, right.
and they make it as if that's everybody.
And
The majority of black women I know are like very sweet, kind, loving women. You know what I mean?
And really, all of that is rooted in white supremacy.
100%.
At the end of the day, that's what, and it's divisive for us because that when you talking about black women like that, you gotta think about your moms, your sisters, your nieces, your cousins.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
So-
you're right. But what I will say is, as men, we will honor our female, family, and not honor other women sometimes.
Right.
Now, what I want y'all to think about this. I think the better, as a black man, the better your mother was, the harder it is to date. And this is why I say that.
hell yeah.
Because you go out there looking, dating for what your mother was.
Oh, hold on.
I mean, your aunties.
You get choppy.
Hold on.
Okay.
It's trying to catch up.
It
Yeah, it froze.
goes all the way. It's
He-
trying.
He might could leave and come back.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay. See how to do this.
There we go.
Is there go? We good?
There we
Yeah,
go.
it's working on
Yeah.
coming back.
Okay. So the better you feel about the black women in your life as a black man, as a man, when you go out to date, you go and you have this mindset that that's all women. Not all women are hoes, but not all women are virtuous either. Just like not all men are hoes, but not all of them are virtuous either. So when you go out, you have that in your mind already. You want to put that on every woman, like, oh, she's a good woman. She's a good, and that's how some cats get
That's
ran
that.
through the dirt. 'Cause
Yeah, that's that
it's not true.
Oedipus.
Yep.
It is very
Yeah.
much that Oedipus complex.
But yeah, man, like I love all women, man. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I, I think all women are beautiful,
do, man.
but ain't nothing to me. The black woman is the most beautiful woman on the planet.
All right,
Man,
brother.
because
Huh?
yeah, it just is what it is. I mean, I don't mind someone else's preference, but man, when you see that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's you. And
Yeah.
that, when they get hit with that hot comb and that be straight there, like, oh Lord.
Outside,
When
they
when the
start
sun
glistening
hit
like
the
Twilight.
yeah, when the sun
Like
hit
cocoa
just
butter.
right.
Yeah.
I
Like
like
got
a
a little
little
burn
honey.
on from the
Yeah,
hot comb.
it's just a glisten.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, hey, there's something about it.
Culture.
Yeah,
Man, hey, when your grandma say, "Hey, baby," it feel like my grandma. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You know, come on, Granny, what you want?
yeah.
You ever found that grandmotherly feeling in a completely unrelated black woman and just like clean?
100%.
Yeah.
My
100%.
goodness, man. My
As-
grandma's been gone 15 years and still, like, just still.
Brother, as
Yeah.
somebody who worked in a hospital,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, and you just kind of find them, and they don't necessarily have to be old, like old.
Right.
They need to be 40s, 50s. Like when I was in the military, and I worked on that NICU, and there was a captain that worked there. She was in her like late 30s, early 40s or so. But she had latched on to me and was pulling me everywhere. I was that like her son, and I was like, okay, you know,
on, baby.
yeah, you just be like, okay, go on and do this for me, all right?
Right. What you would tell her no? But see,
Yeah,
then they do
yeah.
like, then they come back and they hit you with that unexpected thing. Like when they bring you that plate, you know what I'm saying? When they done brought you the plate you didn't expect with a little pie on the side.
yeah,
like,
with a little bit of
You gotta act like you off the prize when you see it. Oh, my goodness.
I got something for you. She like, I got something for you. You like, what you got for me?
What you got for
I
me?
know you know what I'm saying? You feel like Christmas.
Yeah.
You know?
They do.
Yeah, but you know.
I think that we need, and just in daily life, you always need people like that, and that's what I try to be for them out there. You know, just if you need something, I'm always here. The internet version of that. So,
Yeah, because like you said, it's a dangerous place out there, man, and we gotta have our standouts, our North Stars for people to come and find places of solace.
right.
It's dark.
Man, and we gotta tell we gotta be able to tell each other, man, that it's okay to be how you are. You know, it takes all kind of men to, you know, raise our children and make part of culture, because we was talking about it earlier. I'm not the man in the neighborhood you gonna come see when you want to fix your garage or, you know what I'm saying, cut your grass. But when your kid getting ready to go to college and they need to write an essay or they need to fill out their college paperwork, then that's, you know, they need a resume. Okay, you need to go down the corner and see Mr. Gates. And that's how it worked back in the day. Your car, that's when you go see Mr. Johnson. You know what I mean? Because Mr. Johnson work on cars. But Mr. Gates, he a teacher. You need to go talk to him about, he gonna tutor your baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes all of us in our uniqueness, and that's why I try to teach the kids, man. You being you is enough. Your uniqueness is something that no one ever can contribute, and that's enough. Don't be trying to be like everybody. This younger generation, they very much so are about how much they're like everyone else. Whereas our generation, it was a total opposite. I remember people comparing. Initially, people didn't like Ja Rule. Rapper, he wasn't popular because they're like, he dressed too much like Pac and he sounded too much like DMX.
Right, I remember that.
That's why he started doing all because he had to find his own
Thug
lane.
Love songs. Yeah, when he started doing Thug Love songs, and everybody was like, "No, I like that."
They was fly though.
Yeah.
Did his thing on his you know what I mean?
I tell everybody, this man is the reason that I didn't. When I was younger, you know, it was Nike sweatsuits and everybody kind of dressed like all the same. And
very homogenized.
right, and I started. It was because of him. You know, George Clinton come out with the feathers and the all the crazy colors and the all that stuff, and it gave the diaper man. Hey, brother. Hey, went to see them in the middle of Old Town at 12 years old.
I was there.
You was there?
Oh,
see?
No. Okay, I went a couple years ago, not 12 years old.
Oh, I was like 12.
I went to go to that one a couple years ago. I went to Oklahoma City a few years ago. I think it was 2022.
I went when I was like 12, and that's huh.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
But that's what everybody tell you weird and because you like this or you dress a certain way. I was like, nah, man. George Clinton, that man famous. He did it, so I can do it.
Yeah.
I don't care about what y'all think. And so when I started getting the bathing apes and the crazy colors and stuff, so that's them is the people that give that I think give people that drive in life and stuff, and you one of them.
That's one thing I like about Kanye is that artistically he pushes the boundaries of what black music is. I don't always agree with everything. I don't always like everything, but he took it out of it. Just gotta be boom bap. I like boom bap. That's my lane. But I like that. He might have some guitars, some electric guitars in it. He might be singing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like and
still to this day, 808s and Horse Breaks is one of my favorite albums. It'll always be one of my. Yep.
Yeah.
It's just.
I think it's dope. I think that there's some black alternative groups that are coming out that you know what I mean.
We found this one called Hero the Band. That's really good. And then, dude.
I remember this from last week.
Yeah. I think you gotta get it.
I can't remember the names.
I can't remember. Yeah. They be in my thing.
Because it ain't our traditionally, it's not our music, right? But it's something that we trying to expand to, and like the last 2-3 years. My biggest playlist has been jazz. Like Duke Ellington.
I try to
even on rap.
I love EDM, but I try to get them up on game on like house music and because the history of house music, of electronic music in general, and house music, the clubs in Chicago, the gay clubs in Chicago, but they were black gay clubs and stuff. And so when I talk about house music and stuff, that's like it evolved from funk, and we try to go through the like kind of the history of music, black music and stuff over here. So
that's never seen. Well, I always heard that, but like that. I didn't know the origin of it like that, but I knew the association between house music and homosexuality. Like even as a little kid, it was like, we ain't listening to that.
No,
you know what I mean?
that
was a very nice way they said it.
Yeah, it came up back in the 70s in the underground gay clubs. It was bad to be gay back then and all that stuff. So. They was in the underground clubs, and they had the 808s and stuff in there, the little Frankie Knuckles in there, and he made the first house music song, and I can't remember what it is right now. I'm gonna hear somewhere.
It's just too fast paced for me personally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It got my anxiety up a little bit.
It's cool. Fast paced. It's too repetitive, and like. I can never predict when the changes is gonna come. And then my mind is already on,
Right.
Yeah.
And then we got, and then you got people like K Tronada that bridge that gap.
I'm a catcher, not a fan.
Yeah, see,
Y'all put me on somebody I never even heard of.
brother.
Real?
Hey,
Yeah.
you wanna
Most definitely.
you wanna talk about
You know
something?
what? I don't like. I like a lot of a little. If that makes
It
sense.
is,
So the little
and
things that
it
I
is-
like, I just like a lot of that, and I
Yeah.
don't really, it gotta really be something for it to come into my sphere, and then that's an indication to me of really how big this thing is, and it be going on all around me, and I never ever heard of it, but I be very tunnel vision on the things that are important to me, and everything else it just be like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Right.
Until one of the kids bring it to me or something.
I got general interest, and then it just kind of I go into it. Music just happened to be a general interest, and then I'd be like, well, I want to learn all about black music, and I just go from there.
Yeah, I will say Q is the amount of genres that you listen to in comparison to the average. I think is a lot larger. It's kind of hard for me to kind of get outside of I like a lot of different kinds, but like culturally black music, hip hop, oldies, R&B,
sound,
jazz and stuff like that. Yes, but it is hard to kind of break over and be acclimated to the sound that you've been so used to.
Right.
That's because even today, you know what I'm saying, when you hear as soon as it come on, you hear the horns on Earth, Wind, and Fire Reasons. It still hit you like when you first heard it. It wasn't new when we was young.
Right.
When we heard it for the first time, it was like, oh, this is crazy.
It feels like they not, and it feels like today's generations are just not being introduced to those. Like, I talked about this last week, and about how kids grew up in like choir and stuff, and how that really affected, and how that really affected like R&B and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so, I
thought,
hear
the soul in it.
Yeah, you can hear the soul. There was, I think there's like a element of struggle to it
Very much so.
that comes from that, and it's just it's not there no more in newer music.
Even if you can't sing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a black person in America and all week you've been getting called a nigga to your face and dealing with all kind of sorts of stuff, when you at church for this moment and you hearing this music, it's freeing. This is a moment where, you know what I'm saying, I can embrace this, and if you sing in it or you participate in it, yeah, you singing with that struggle. It ain't no.
It feels it feels like a way to let that struggle out, you know.
Exactly. And that's where that soul come from.
But that's why music is affirmational too. So like you almost got to be careful, which can make music dangerous. You saying your words, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's why when we talked before it came on, like, if I'm being honest, I don't know, like, if I was young today, and just the style of music, the content of their music, like, I don't know if I will rap today. It seems corny to me, and it ain't no disrespect.
Right.
I'm not the old guy who is hating on the young. That's not it. But like when I was coming up, gangster music was the fringe of hip hop. It wasn't the mainstream.
It wasn't.
In fact, they was trying to ban gangster rap. Now gangster rap is the leading genre, and you barely hear any conscious music. Like, you know, there was a song by all the East Coast rappers called Self Destruction. Then the West Coast had a song called We All in the Same Gang with all the West Coast rappers. You know, it went from that to Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, Banging in Little Rock, Banging on Wax.
Yeah.
All American Pimp, all the, you know what I'm saying? You get flooded with it at this time where there's becoming a sense of unity, you know, all at once. You had the black females and Queen Latifah, UNITY.
You
You know
gotta
what I'm
let
saying?
them
It's
know.
like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, it was catchy, but when you really think what she's saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Unity.
there
We
was
need some
there
unity.
yeah there was, and again last week we watched a video about these Project 2025 people, and
Right.
the owner of the Heritage Foundation and whatnot, and how he had essentially, which was it is very scary. He had essentially went to school to just study black people and figure out what exactly makes them so that what is their strength, and he found out
Yeah.
that it was again that community. He said that when the matriarchs run the show, because in the black household, women run the show. They keep the house. Yeah, they keep the house running. They if they go down, we all going down. So he noted that the matriarchal system is what keeps them afloat. Now, the thing that makes them above us and strengthens them is they community and they extra community. So you know how we got like play cousins. Oh yeah, that's my cousin over there from that family. On the other side,
Yeah.
that's my cousin over there. We got cousins over here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We got cousins over here.
Yep.
They said that part. That's what made them. If we didn't have that part, we wouldn't have no civil rights movement. We wouldn't have the BLM movement. We wouldn't have all these rights and nothing.
Yeah.
And so he went and he studied and he came back and he reported to them, and this is what he found, and this is how he gonna dismantle us.
They were trying to do that for 500 years, 400 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't work there. You know, the Bible said that weapons would form, but they wouldn't prosper. And hey, whatever forming and prospering is two different things. That means you might try it, you might even build it, but you know, the one thing that the reason why I think we thrive is because we think as free radicals. You know, a free radical is always changing, so they really can't never get a beat on us. You know, and the one thing that we got over them that they'll never understand is our true sense of spirituality. When you really tap into certain things, you kind of know what time it is. Right now, he don't know what time it is. He don't know that that's over with. Your time for all that is over. So instead of spending your time trying to find out Project 2025 and how you're going to destroy us, you should have been trying to figure out how you're going to come in and integrate. How you going to make things right.
Where they doing something good over here, but instead because they didn't learn in Tulsa, that, hey, if y'all they didn't learn in Tulsa, they didn't learn in Rosewood, they didn't learn in Lanier. None of
that.
No.
Yeah, but we, you know, black people are peaceful people. If we want to revenge, we had already been on that. We just want to be left alone.
Exactly.
And
Right.
At any given time, you know what I'm saying? Like, one of my favorite rappers, Nas, I use this as a metaphor. He said, the hood love you, but behind your back, they pray for the day that bullet hit your heart and ambulance to take you away. That ain't love, that's hate. Think of all the mothers that wait of sons you killed and you ain't got a cut on your face. That's a metaphor for all of these things that America done did. They think that people love them, and really, people can't wait for them to be over with because all the things you've done to somebody and you ain't got a cut on your face. It's only a matter of time for your time to come, and when your time comes, you did it to yourself. It ain't black people that did this to you. So for me, I laugh. I'm actually a political science major. So I've helped people run for office.
Yeah.
You know, I ran for a small office and I learned so much doing that. That's why I don't do it now, because that's not the best way to go about bringing about change. Because you cannot legislate morality.
I think they knew
I'm
that.
gonna say it again. You cannot legislate morality. There's no law that's gonna that can make me disrespect you two brothers. That's a choice of my own. Like there ain't no law that can make me scared of you. There ain't no law that can keep me from coming to do commerce with you. That's a choice of my own. So it ain't the legislation part. Is do I see you as my brother or do I see you as my enemy? Am I going to eat with my brother or off my brother? You know?
Yep.
That's so I laugh at it because they always got the next latest thing. Even biologically, you know, when you start doing your own research and you hear from black doctors, we have melanin as black people, and that melanin is a protector, and they can't figure out the genome to create these drugs to take us out because every time they figure out something, it mutates to something else. And so
scientifically and spiritually, that melanin is a protector.
That spiritual part is a huge part. I don't know for scientifically if it is the melanin, but I know church or not, the spirit been with me for, you know, it's always been.
Man, we was raised in the spirit.
You know what I mean? Exactly. I didn't even grow up in the church, but like you said, I was raised in the spirit even still. And
which you knew?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if it was the melanin or just what it is. I feel like I'd be more so blessed than other people,
brother. I think it's a combination of both.
It is.
Maybe so.
I think
a broken clock is right. You know, even a bully get his ass kicked at some point in time because he just won't go on about his business. Just leave people alone.
Right.
That's all you got to do. Leave people alone. Like, man, we've been so peaceful. Trump came into office. He wanted to destroy. He wanted to destroy the Black Lives mural. We didn't say nothing. They wanted to chant and go with these tiki torches. We didn't say nothing. They want to try to pass these. We just sitting there looking at it like, okay, we've seen this before. We already seen that was coming.
I think because and y'all see my Facebook all the time. There is a lot of the younger white people. Why aren't y'all doing anything? Why? Because we don't have to.
We are doing something.
Our joy is a resistance.
I'm gonna start the grill.
right. My joy is a resistance. My joy historically, my joy historically has been a resistance to this bullshit. And the reason that y'all don't, because it didn't happen to us before. What?
Yes.
We was already prepared. There's nothing that has happened in this current time that has not happened to us already. So we already prepared for it.
I think that the Hispanics bought into the narrative that, black people just don't want to participate in the system. And what we were trying to tell them is, whatever we could have done to try to be accepted by the system, whether it was voting, whether it was educating ourselves, whether it was going to the military, whether it was being civil servants, culturally, whatever it is that y'all wanted us to do, we did that, and they always kicked the can down the road. So eventually, you be like, you know what? I don't care. I don't want to play with your ball no more. So they looking at us like, y'all just don't want to play right. So now they see in for themselves, this is what we was talking about. But for us, we looking at it like, this ain't we don't want this to happen to y'all, but this ain't our business.
But because it's like when your mother tell you, well, you gotta find out the hard way. Hey, you done did some shit. Well, you gotta find out the hard way.
Go back to culture, because we all know what that means.
Exactly.
That's our culture.
So,
a hard head make a what?
A soft ass. Exactly.
That's part of our culture. We know that. You know what I mean? So I think that a lot of these news stories and stuff that are coming out are meant to distract us from the inevitable changes happening. It is what it is. And so I focus on the positivity. There's a lot of positivity that's coming out that's growing. And I focus on that. You know what I mean? Seeing black men working together, seeing black women working together, seeing how
try what we always say.
families.
Try what we always say. The Great Recession happened at the same time as the Harlem Renaissance.
Yeah, the Great Depression.
Bro, you just blew my mind.
Yeah, look how we was prospering at that time.
Wow.
And matter of fact, that's right around the same time.
Wow.
Black Wall Street was doing their thing all the way in Oklahoma. So you got New York, Oklahoma, all this over here, Dust Bowl, all that was within the same 10, 20-year time span.
We was all cool.
The Harlem Renaissance, the St. Louis Renaissance. Yeah, because, you know, Red Fox was from St. Louis and went to Harlem, you know what I'm saying? And that's how he met Malcolm X. And then what was the jazz singer that was in St. Louis? It was a lot of the jazz singers that was in St. Louis.
You talking about
that was a big boom.
Yeah, that's all of them.
It may have been Duke. It may have been Duke Ellington.
Yeah. I was finna do the voice.
If I remember correct.
Yeah. Cause they was all all that happened all at the same time. Meanwhile, they was over it. The stock market is crashing. They done had to give up all that gold. They
wow, you right. Bro.
Yeah, brother. All that happened.
My spirit tells me that there are good days ahead for us. And that's, you know,
Absolutely.
That's what I focus on. You know, like, I understand the historical significance and I respect my elders. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know if y'all know who Bobby Hemmett is, but he said, yeah, we built the pyramids a long time ago, but we need to build some new shit.
Basically.
And I'm with him, you know?
Exactly.
So I did a video. I had a YouTube channel once, and the video that I did was Black Future Month. I was watching Star Trek one time, and one of the Star Trek Next Generation, one of the first or second episodes was the Enterprise went to a planet called Naribu of all black people. And right.
Because as soon as you said the name, I was like, them is us.
Okay. if you didn't do your homework, you kind of know. So it occurred to me that the setting of Star Trek is in the future, and they saying that even in the future, in an all-black planet, they still speaking proper English. That mean you colonize that much? You mean you thinking that far ahead that you talk about colonizing all these other planets that they speak your language? Nah. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, what does the black future look like? What does that look like? Now, I think that because we're not the same people, our black future does include inclusiveness for other groups. It does respect for people that are not like us.
Because here's the thing, we didn't. You can beat, bash, bully, and push us around, but we at the end of the day, we didn't always have respect for all the rest. And now it may not be to the tone that they think we need to respect them, but it's still
that's what it is.
There is still a level. Right, we ain't never been no punk, but there is still always a level of respect, and we always kindly, if you in trouble, that what they always tell them, go find you a black man or a black lady, because we are.
That black woman gonna get you right every time.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, we protect
historically.
Yeah,
I mean,
we are protectors. We was they had us out here breastfeed their kids.
Man, listen. And so, with that said, man, God ain't forgot about us, man. I do see that there is a whole movement of black people. We may not be trying to be on this church stuff because that has its own connotation, but we still love God. We still, want to be pleasing to Him as a community and as a whole. And again, man, you can't stay down forever. You know, there's some historical, things you hear about. the 400 years being up. If I encourage y'all to go watch a documentary if you ain't seen it on Tubi called Reclaiming the Throne. Blew my mind. He broke it down so much, like starting back from 1619 to 2019. That's the 400 years right there. It's just time. Time is changing, man. We ain't out here, and when you look at the state of our community, man, is horrible. But I think that the tide is changing. God wants to restore our culture, and you restore the culture by restoring the family. You restore the family by putting it in its proper order. And when those things happen, we'll be all right. And I just think that it's in our heart to be loving to so many other people, even if they did us wrong. Because if we do to them what was done to us, then that just puts us back in the karmic loop.
Going right around the cycle again.
You know what I mean?
Around.
Right back in the cycle.
Versus letting the universe.
I hate these conversations. Well, what if they was the slaves? What? Nah, they would never happen. It wouldn't happen like that.
Because their fear comes behind the understand that they don't think we understand. You know what I mean? Like
right.
That
they don't think we understand unity.
They don't want to understand that we know we can't. Do that.
They don't think that we understand unity. They version of unity is different than our version of unity. Our version of unity is greater. They don't like that. They want their part. This is the picture of unity that the world is supposed to know. No, this one works better.
And a lot of times that looks like everybody being in harmony about being subservient to them.
Right.
And which says, man, shout out to as I watch social media and YouTube and things, man, shout out to the white people who are telling the truth.
Yeah.
Shout out to the ones who are actually our allies. You know what I mean?
It's hard to tell nowadays. You can't trust an ally nowadays.
It's hard. Yeah, because I don't think white people understand culturally. Think about you talk about wrestling, right? I remember as a kid, I seen Hulk Hogan live wrestle. I thought that was one of the biggest things ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I got to see Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then to find out he calling us niggers. Like, come on, man. That broke. It broke our heart. You know what I'm saying?
That is very much.
I watched Seinfeld.
Right.
I watched Seinfeld. It was funny to me.
Right. And then you see.
I grew up watching Roseanne. Right. It was funny to me.
Yep.
Then to hear these people with dang, that's what you thought about us. Did you see the one about Bob Barker?
Yep.
Wow.
Man.
Crazy.
Brother.
Crazy.
Didn't want to be.
My love price is right.
Brother didn't want to be in the room with the black folks, and then because he was having sex with the lady, and she was and she called him out. And then he was like, I don't want to be in the room with these bitches and these black bitches and blah, blah, blah.
So imagine the slap in the face that we felt when Kaepernick kneels and then you tell us we being unpatriotic.
Right.
As if we didn't watch the Brady Bunch too. As if we don't watch the Super Bowl too.
Right.
As if we didn't celebrate.
As a veteran. As a veteran. To be told... yeah, your service don't matter essentially, cause they trying to get us all out the books, to have your achievements diminished by your country that you fought for is
bananas.
Yeah.
My dad is a Navy vet, and seeing what he had to go through to get his disability and these things that he rightfully earned. Right? Hey, this is what it is.
I had to get my stuff redone in 2019. After I had it for 5 years, and it wasn't but $127. I went in there and got it redone, and it ended up being 100%. And it's stuff that they don't tell you. And it's right. It's as being that's just being a minority, and whether it be a minority as a race or as a veteran or a disabled person, it's the people that don't matter to them get it the worst.
Yep.
So
and so what we're discussing is this larger view of the world. And that's what I try to get these kids to see, the larger picture of the world.
I love to bring it home. I love to bring it home, baby.
You gotta put yourself in the center.
Yeah, it ain't just, running our mouth, because I'll keep it real with some of these white kids. One of them got pissed off at me because I went off on them. I said, you live in one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in Wichita. Your parents are both well-to-do. What are you doing hanging out in the hood, trying to be everything your parents worked hard to get you away from? I kept it real with them. I said, if I was a white boy in America, do you think I'd be hanging out with them?
Bro,
hell no.
Hell no.
What's wrong with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he
looked at me like I was crazy.
You go to a good school. You got good parents. They both together. They making bread.
And you
could be
popular. Get out of here.
Cause it just ran through my brain. You know, my great grandma used to live over there. It just all ran through my brain. What the fuck are you doing over there?
Why?
Because
when you go home, you ain't little T.
Yeah.
You're Timmy.
Yeah.
Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
Timmy, why are you dressing like this, Timmy?
Right.
Why are you talking
that's my background though.
You still what?
Coming from where I come from, there was no reason for me to join the gang, and I knew
right.
that. You know what I mean?
For black kids.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
And
it's not rocket science by far.
Even in today's society, why are y'all joining gangs? They don't. Yeah, there's no prevalence in being in a gang. What are you gonna do? Sit on you. What are you gonna do? Sit on social media and talk about, I'm Crippin', I'm blood. What is the? What is there some type of? Are we getting popular off this?
Yes.
I mean, if the gang members,
let's be real.
You said what?
A lot of them do it for the hoes.
100%. It's a character that's why I was talking about with gaming, that we don't know that we can be something else.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know that we don't gotta be this character that was created for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, am I from the hood? Absolutely. But you know what? I've never owned a car with rims in my life. I've never owned speakers in my trunk. I never drove candy paint. I never cared to.
But that's hella prevalent in the hood, but people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I was the one reading the stock market page. What's the GDP?
Hey, there he is. There's Jared.
Bro, this is what I'm teaching these kids so that they can see and make an assumption for themselves. If 1% is ultra rich, you got another swath of people, you know what I'm saying, 70, 80% of people that are, poor. Why is that?
Why is that?
What are the reasons behind that?
Mm-hmm.
Is it all the government? What responsibility do you have? And one of the lessons that I teach is called progress over precedent. How do you progress over the precedent of what's been presented to you? Make an assessment, not a judgment. A judgment is your own personal feelings, but make an assessment of your family.
I tell everybody to use tactical analysis. When I was in the military, you always use tactical analysis. You make sure you know what's going on right now, what's finna happen, and the consequences and repercussions of either the failure or achievement of what you're doing. So
what you're saying is analytical thinking.
Mm-hmm. Critical
thinking. The military
thinking.
is tactical, but analytical thinking. So I created what I call the DOVE method, which stands for discover, observe, verify, and engage.
There we
Discover what it is that you're trying to do, then observe why other people do it, how it's done, the way it's done, when it's done.
Nephew,
verify your information.
you better
And
be
then
listening.
engage with what you're doing.
Yep.
And so we use the swag method too much as black people. The sophisticated wild ass guess. You know what I'm saying? We swag it out too much.
You know what?
It is what it is. Actually. But I think that going back to white people, they're too analytical. Black people, we don't move like that. So they think A, B, C, D. We don't really think like that. We actually better together. I know that's unpopular in a lot of the black communities. We actually better together than we would be apart. That's my personal opinion. But and, you know, there's some white allies out there that are putting out some great content, and there's some white content creators that are talking to their own community and saying, "Hey, y'all cut it out. Y'all know what y'all doing." They policing their own, and for that I respect them. You know what I mean? I respect them for because in a lot of certain ways they alienating themselves by doing that.
Yeah.
You know, they ain't gonna say it publicly, but
because that is like a part of the decentering yourself in like white supremacy part, because it's gonna break a lot of your little relationships that you thought was real gung-ho friends and shit like that. It will break a lot of those. You know, even for me.
It break your heart to find out someone who you love is a white person, that someone is a black person, someone who you love is a white person. I
gotta
question them.
I got shot in 20. I got shot in the back of my head in 2015. The people that was with me when I got shot, all of them are no longer my friends. They done switched over to that. Well, one of them is still my friend. Christian is always good. He's good peoples. But the rest of them, they done went on that weird conservative road and now they don't like black folks. Hey,
you just okay.
Yeah, you just kind of see it over time. Yeah, we know we know the talking point. You just kind of see it over time, and the way that it happened, like the last one that it happened, they get inflammatory and shit like that, and I just be like, you know what, it is what it is. You go have your life, and you know,
because I'm not mad, I'm not tripping. You know, like
I'm not mad at
somebody about. I was talking to somebody about Jackie Robinson, and they didn't like what I said. I was like, I'm happy for him and what he accomplished, but that would never be me because I don't want to be included in spaces that I'm not welcome at in the first place. I wouldn't be comfortable there. I don't want to be the first or nothing. I don't want to be the first. You know what I mean?
I couldn't be like the Jackie Robinson. What's her name? The girl that was walking to school. I couldn't be Ruby Bridges. I couldn't be in a situation like that where I had to put the whole community on my back, because that's essentially what you're doing. You put
not in that manner. Not for me. I don't mind putting my community on my back, but not in that manner. Not to integrate the space where I don't want to be in. They don't want me in.
Integration was the thing to do, though. That's why it was so important. We wanted to be in those spaces.
Right.
And I was like,
and then we got in them spaces, and you'd be like,
maybe I did. Okay. I'm okay with them having maybe I didn't. I'm okay with them having their own spaces where we not welcome at per se, because we need to have our own spaces where they not welcome at necessarily. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
especially not from the aerial approach, right?
Right. We'll go ahead and wrap this up in a little bit, because you got your son over there.
Man, I'm good. I appreciate y'all having me, man. Like these are conversations. So, man, I had 2 kids as a sophomore in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I was incarcerated my senior year. I was still able to graduate college. I've written books. I've released albums. I've done TV. I've done radio. I started businesses. I mentored. I ran for office. I did all these things because I changed the image that I had of myself. Stop letting other people implant an image of what a black man is, what we capable of. And that's not just true for me as a black man. I'm just speaking about my experience. That's true for anybody. When I talk to these kids and for the first time they hear somebody who actually believes in them, someone who's not afraid of them, someone who's not afraid to tell them, hey, if you don't put God in the center of your life, you asking for trouble. That's just godly wisdom. We scared to talk to these kids anymore. We scared to tell them that. We scared to tell them the truth of all genres. These parents be scared of the kid. I wish I would be. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
I'm
Scared of who?
too, man.
You know what I mean?
Can't be.
A lot of other mentors and educators can't get through to them like I can because I'm not ashamed of my story. I don't hide nothing from them. I show them respect and I come down on their level. Just because I'm an adult don't mean that I'm respectable. We know some people who are A's and straight clowns that we don't respect. So we think that the kid, just because he younger, should be respectful, that we don't have to respect him back. So when I'm respectful to him, yeah, I'm going to get on his head. And I'm going to say, hey, come here, little ugly. Why your shoes look like that?
Right.
You know, he going, whatever. But behind the scenes, I done talk to him and tell him, hey, I believe in you. I like this about you. I think this is something that you could be good at.
That's that. You know you building that relationship. You know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
When other educators and mentors see me and they see me clowning publicly, they think that they could do it too, without building the real relationship.
Building a rapport.
It took special type of teachers in the school system in general anyway, because you could get that instinct of who was really rocking with you. And I always loudly speak against the school systems anyway, even though I know we need them. They don't really be there for the kids like that. Their curriculum isn't necessarily, and I say that on the general senses and not to the teachers that I know and love and I know actually educate them kids.
Right.
But that's why mentorship programs are so important. If school was working, we wouldn't need them. You know?
Well, it takes.
But you need extra. Some kids need extra. That's why it is.
It takes a village.
It takes a village at the end of the day.
I think when we thought everything was kosher, we could just send our kids to school and it would be all right.
Jared said kids won't care till you know they care.
Right, absolutely. But see, it's different when we was talking about integration and desegregation. My stepdad was the first group of blacks to get to go to Southeast High School in Wichita. But he was like a junior or senior when that happened. Up until that time, he went his first 3 years or 2 years at the time, because it was 3 years high school at the time, but he went to Northeast Magnet, where it was all black students, it was all black teachers. These same teachers lived in the neighborhood, so if you got in trouble at school, your mama was going to see them at the store, they was going to see them at church, they knew who they was, they knew who your aunties it was. So you had the same social responsibility in school as you had in the neighborhood. When you send school kids to school, like 80% of teachers are white women. There's only 3% of black educators that are male. That's from principals to janitors. So when I walk into the building as a young black male, the majority of the population in these public schools is black or Hispanic, so I relate to them culturally, but the ones who's pulling the strings ain't from our culture. So he don't understand when I'm talking to him. Yeah, because when I'm talking to the kid, I might say something to him that's culturally appropriate for us. You don't think it's culturally appropriate because you outside the culture. Well, why'd you tell little Daquan that, hey, Daquan, sit your ass on the head? Yeah. I ain't offended Daquan.
Sit your little big head down.
House party when the principal asked him, why did you call his mother a garden tool?
Right. Now, when you understand, and I keep it real, when you understand what school is for, which is to create employees, then you see the bigger picture. That's why
Yeah.
you go to school Monday through Friday, you work Monday through Friday. After you go 40 hours to school, you go to 40 hours to work. You get an hour lunch at school, you get an hour lunch here. After you've done that for 12, 13 years, when you graduate, you no longer have any ambition or thought to go work for someone else because through repetition, you go do the thing that feels the most comfortable for you, which is to go work for someone else.
And that's why
When I
people
start
so
breaking
tired
these,
now.
right. So when you break it down to these kids and they see the bigger picture, I don't lie to them. I was like, how many of y'all feel like y'all parents like y'all job? Very few of them raise
Hell
their
no.
hand.
Yeah,
I
hell
tell
no.
them, if that's what you want for your life, fine. If you want to wake up and go to a job you can't stand and feel like you don't got no mobility, fine. But what I'm trying to help you do is unlock your greater potential so that you can wake up and get paid for what you love. I love teaching these kids. I
It
love
took
giving
me-
workshops.
Hell yeah.
It took me I being in a bad relationship and being homeless to start editing video, which got me I went through a friend down in Texas, and I ended up getting a job editing, doing video for Rooster Teeth, and then after that it just only up from there. Now I got a little show that I can be proud of with my best friend. Yeah, huh?
Ain't that little about it?
Yeah, I got a show. I got all these people that come, and hopefully I do enough to at least make an impact in somebody's life. I try my best. You know what I'm saying?
That impact, it don't always show right off the gate. I was just talking to my mom's about this because she used to have a daycare, right? So before kids was even entering the education, they was coming to my mama's house.
Yeah.
And you know, she's working in a liquor store now, and one of the kids that she used to watch came up to her. You know what? Y'all was like family. Y'all made like an everlasting impression. Boom.
Yeah.
Him and his two sisters are all in the medical field. You know?
Man, ain't that beautiful?
Yeah, just hearing stuff like that. Like when I was 12, 13, I didn't know that was going to be the case. But you know, you had a part in just the development of this people, and they're still considering you your tribe, no matter how long it's been, how distant it became.
Okay,
so like, you know, we reaching Jersey, New York, Gary, all these places, Pennsylvania. We don't know the impact, but we just know we putting out our stuff. You know,
I talk about
it's about quality, not quantity.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I talk about cause and correlation and stuff, and I always can correlate this to back in high school. We had like programming and like video editing and all that stuff. You know, Trey, I used to come to Brooks and do the video for y'all's basketball games. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I used to,
I didn't know that either because I don't know if I'd have got on his podcast because I'm gonna come to Cougar. You know what I'm saying? All the way through.
Man, I went to Wilbur and then I went to Stuckey. But when I was at when I was at Wilbur, I used to come up there and do the video for y'all, and then I go back and be in there after school editing.
Hey, back then I didn't know nothing about video editing. And I wish I would have learned a little bit more because now that's like an aspiration of mine to get employed in or employ myself into since I went to school and everything. But I didn't get to do a lot more I didn't coincide my skill with education when I was being educated.
Right. But like that back then I didn't know that stuff like this was an option. Like, and so
it's better idea than I did.
Yeah. That like,
shoot a basketball, run a football, or sing a rap. You like, okay, what's there for me?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's cool.
I was pretty decent in little league football.
yeah.
That's what I was focusing on. I was pretty decent in little league.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a 3-fold time NBA champion on 2K.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, what I say is, when I started the Gates Institute, I knew that I had ability and passion to mentor, but what I didn't know is how to sell my product. So if y'all got the skills to edit video and whatever, it's just a matter of selling. Think about it like this. Do either y'all think y'all can make a better hamburger than McDonald's? If you could go anywhere to go get a hamburger right now, will McDonald's be the #1 place?
No.
Nope.
We go
Yeah,
with
McDonald's is.
we
McDonald's,
right.
So they sell it.
But that's that's McDonald's.
Oh, yeah.
So they sell it better.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they mastered selling the average ass product.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's only good when it's super hot, super fresh, and you drunk.
Yep. Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
Pretty much.
So yeah,
But-
it's I always tell them it's akin, especially this right here. This is akin to selling CDs out the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got that
it's
on one of my paintings back here.
yeah.
I did. I always compare my art career to pushing CDs out the trunk.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's the same thing.
It's the same
It
kind
is.
of thing.
Man, it's all sales and marketing, man.
That's
what
what
it
I went
boiled
to
down
school for. Yep. That's-
Sales and marketing.
mhm.
You know, you can have an inferior product, but if you got superior marketing and sales skills, you gonna win. You know, like I encourage these kids to try to create your own lane. If you gonna go to Dillon's and they gonna pay you $7 an hour, and you gonna work an 8-hour shift, that's $56 if my math is right. 7 times 8, or was it 63? Yeah, 56. There you go.
54, my bad.
Okay,
No, it ain't.
you know,
Never mind.
It's something like that.
it's 56. It's 56. But what could you do where you can make for yourself that you could make more than $56? Can you make $56 in 1 hour and be done for the other 7? But we don't think like that, and we don't think in terms of expertise. I'm an expert at being a black man. How can I monetize that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm an expert at being a father. How can I monetize that? There's something that we experts at. How do you monetize it? For yourself first. And with AI and those type of things, it's a new game. Like one
Yeah.
teacher, she was discouraging this kid. He said he wanted to start his own clothing line. And so she goes in, you got to go to college. You got to learn how to measure.
No, you
got to learn
don't.
how to do this. And that's what I told her. No, you don't. He needs to go on Canva, make him a logo, go to Teespring, put the logo on a T-shirt or whatever, and do some drop shipping.
Or
and do some
you
marketing.
or get out there and work them little lines and get that little a couple $100 and get that cricket. Get that cricket and learn how to work it.
That's how we do ours.
Yep, that's
Hey,
how we do
you
ours.
get on Amazon, and you know what I'm saying? You could be a T-shirt maker tomorrow.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Soon as
They
you
got
go-
it to where you can upload your designs and boom.
yeah,
Yeah, and so that's part of the thing about school and why what I'm doing is so necessary, because I think that the structure of school is becoming antiquated. There's too many school shootings. There's too much money to keep these places open from infrastructure. The students and the teachers ain't getting along, and even more important, the speed at which information is transferred has increased so much. You got a teacher that's teaching a lesson for 2 weeks that this kid can Google in 2 seconds.
Yep.
And you be like, oh, you got ADHD. Nah, you got to get with the times, baby. Because it's not about quantity of time, it's about quality of time. So if you can teach a kid in 2 hours what you can teach them in 8 hours, why not do it? Other than you try to program them to get used to working for 8 hours.
Yep.
yeah.
8 hours is a lot to work, for real. You know what I mean? Like, that's a
Especially
third of
for
your day.
Yeah, that is a third of the day. And you go home and it's more work. Yes, you know. So
It don't
Yeah.
stop. It don't stop.
and
You gotta sleep for a third of the day.
right, and then you got jobs around here, especially like trade jobs and stuff where you like a plumber, you know, do 2-3 jobs a day. You go home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
It's
no matter how
better
long
ways
it
to do
takes you.
things.
Yeah,
So-
if it take him 30 minutes or an hour to plunge you, he still wants the same bread.
Exactly. The same
You know what
money.
I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
But we
And
finna
so,
get
man,
out of here.
man, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Before we leave, is there anything you inspiring that you want to say to the people out here that because most of them, they are all with the exception of a couple of them, they are streamers. They trying to make it into a business that's kind of saturated, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep making that content for you. But first, I'll say thank y'all for having me.
No
The
problem.
second thing is, if you on this, stream and you want me on your podcast, hit me up. Just Google is316. The third thing, man, support dope music. I do a lot of conscious music. I got 6 albums. We didn't really talk about the music as much as
my bad.
education
Yeah.
and culture, but I talk about all that in my music. So, man, go check me out. I need all the streaming love. I'm on all the platforms. DJ Envy sent me a shout out recently.
Hey.
Waka Flocka's
Okay.
uncle, Bimmy Anthony. He been in the game for a long time. He used to manage LL Cool J. Got hits with Mariah Carey. He sent me a shout out. So did Sheik Luch and Styles P from the Locks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been making my rounds. I got a new
Keep
single
making your
out
rounds.
called Role Play. It's a fun, sexy song for adults. It's going crazy in New York right now, LA, Australia,
Australia.
New Zealand, you know what I'm saying? Like crazy. Japan.
Nice.
And, so yeah.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate
Hell
y'all.
yeah.
Well, you need to come back.
Yeah. You do.
Whatever.
We need to. We need to.
Whatever.
We kind of talked about the culture and stuff today. So we'll come back and talk about music more next time we get you on, man.
Absolutely.
This was definitely a beautiful, beautiful conversation. Tell the people where they can find you, brother, before you jet off.
The best way is just to Google IZ316.
IZ316.
All my videos. Yeah, all my videos, all my music, all my articles, it's all there. And originally my name was Israel, but there was other Israels in the rap sphere. So that's why I changed it to Is316 because it's distinctive to me. And so when you Google that, you get all of my information and not some cat that ain't put in as much work as me, ain't as dope as me, and ain't as sexy as me.
Yes, sir. All right. Brother Gresh, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at brother_Gresh, and you can find me on Facebook at Brother Gresh Visuals, and you can also find me on Facebook at Off the Porch Pod.
Y'all already know where to find me. Right here. Cause I ain't going nowhere. I'm finna get on the game after this. So.
I'm about to go mess with my kids.
All right,
Peace.
y'all. I will see y'all in 22 seconds.
All right.